Hello friend, welcome to my YouTube channel Arundhati Speaks. Today I want to ask you something. Do you like children? Well, if you ask me, I not only love children, I also love reading children's books. You might think I am an adult, why do I want to read children's books? That is because children's books always end in hope. I am yet to come across a children's book that ends in grief or sadness. Even if the story is about grief, the ending is always hopeful. In today's video, I am going to talk about 9 books for children which are called children's picture books and tell you why I love them and why you should pick them up for your child. You'll find links to Amazon in the description for all the 9 books. So, the first book I want to talk about is Princess Easy Pleasy by Natasha Sharma and Priya Kurian. This is a book published by Karadi Tales. This story is about Princess Easy Pleasy, a princess who is very hard to please. At the beginning of the book, the story starts when the king, the queen, and the princess travel to Hong Kong for a holiday. While in Hong Kong, the princess does not like to drink the milk there. She says that she wants the same milk that she has at her home. So, the king calls the royal packer and asks him to prepare for the next trip and take the cow along with them on the aeroplane that they fly to. They fly to China, and on this trip, the cow from the kingdom also travels with the king, queen, and Princess Easy Pleasy. The story goes on like this, and it's a hilariously funny book. You must read it, and I think adults will also enjoy the illustrations of this book just as children would. So, do pick this up. The second book I want to talk about is a very famous best selling book. It is called The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. Now, this book shows the process of metamorphosis of how a caterpillar turns into a butterfly in a very beautifully told tale. And children would love interacting with the book as well because there are holes in the book, and when the caterpillar eats something, there are things that they would love to touch and feel as well. And this is a great story to explain metamorphosis to children. And yes, you must pick it up. Link in the description. The third book I want to talk about is Darkless, written by Tanushri Singh and beautifully illustrated by Sandhya Prabhat. This book is about a child, Annie, who feels everything around him is dark. And that is because his mother was diagnosed of cancer and she is undergoing treatment and has lost all her hair. So this part of course comes towards the end of the story, but it's a very sensitively written story about a difficult topic. And I think children will really enjoy going through the book as well because the illustrations are very, very colorful and lovely to look at. And I think this book will make children more empathetic, so do give it a read. The fourth book I want to talk about is Macher Jhol, which in English means fish curry. This is a book written by Richa Jha and illustrated beautifully by Sumanta De. I was very sad when I heard that the illustrator of this book died from COVID because it's a very beautifully illustrated book. The illustrations look like they have come straight out of the city of Kolkata. There are scenes from the city, the trams going past, the puja mandap, Durga Puja, and the fish market and so on. And these really feel like we are moving to Kolkata along with the protagonist Gopu in the story. And the story basically shows the Gopu going to his grandmother's home on his own. And towards the end of the story, it is revealed that the child is blind. But that is done so subtly that it is not even consciously felt that the child is blind. So it's a beautifully written and illustrated book and has won many awards as well. So do try to get a copy of this book. The next book on my list is again a classic favorite among children and toddlers, Goodnight Moon by Margaret Wise Brown. This book comes in both a picture book format as well as a board book format, which is like cardboard is used to make the book. And it's a beautifully rhyming book, and it's more appropriate for younger children. And you can read it to them at bedtime or during story time, and you say good night. This book is also about saying goodnight to everyone who's in the room, and it starts with what is present in the great green room. So it's a very nice book. You should definitely get a copy of it. The sixth book on my list is If Animals Kissed Goodnight, written by Anne Whitford Paul. Now, Anne Whitford Paul was someone I wrote to long back when I wanted some help in respect of children's writing, because I am also a children's author. So I came across this book online and I really loved the concept of this book, the idea behind how animals would kiss goodnight if they did it, how they would do it. That is the basic idea behind this book, and it is beautifully done. It's rhyming, then the illustrations are very colorful and lovely. So I think children would really relate to this book as well. The seventh book I want to talk about is The Gruffalo by Children's Laureate Julia Donaldson, which is illustrated by Axel Scheffler. Now, I really love Julia Donaldson's books, not only this one but many others as well. This particular story is based on a Chinese folk tale, and it begins with a mouse going through a deep dark forest and how he meets predators like a fox and the snake, and he tricks them to think that he is powerful and everyone is afraid of him. He does it in such a clever way, and the animals get fooled by him. And then he meets the Gruffalo, which is a very scary creature, and he fools the Gruffalo as well. So it's a very funny book, very beautifully written in couplets which are rhyming, and I think it's a must add to any child's library. The eighth book I want to talk about is Thukpa for All by Prabha Ram and Sheila Prerud. This is a very beautifully illustrated book about a boy named Zering who is visually impaired, and he moves around in his town. And although he is visually impaired, the basic idea behind the story is to show that he could do things which many people without disabilities couldn't do, he could do them. So it's a very beautiful concept. I like the concept of the book, and I think children would really love the way the book is narrated. This book has won multiple awards as well, and I think you loved reading this book. Uh, in the book, the protagonist of the story invites many people to have thukpa for dinner, and his grandmother was to prepare the thukpa, which is a noodle soup. But just before his grandmother could cook the thukpa, the lights go off. What happens after that is how the story progresses. So do pick this up. Link is in the description. The ninth and the last book for today that I would like to recommend is The Tale of Peter Rabbit by Beatrix Potter. This is again a classic, a well-loved story, and this story is about Peter Rabbit, who is a very naughty little rabbit. There are 5 rabbits in the family, Mrs. Rabbit and her 4 little rabbits, her 4 children. Their names are Mopsy, Lopsy, Cottontail, and Peter. When Mother Rabbit leaves the house, and she tells the children that you can go out to play but don't enter Mr. McGregor's garden. Now, the first 3 rabbits, Mopsy, Lopsy, and Cottontail, obey their mother, but the last one, Peter Rabbit, is naughty and he does exactly what his mother had warned him not to do. And his mother also tells them that in an accident previously, Mr. Rabbit, which is the father of the 4 rabbits, was eaten up by Mrs. McGregor and she cooked him in a pie. But Peter Rabbit goes to the farm and he gets into a lot of trouble. The story is about his adventures and what happens after that. So I think children would really relate to this book because of the naughtiness and the innocence of childhood. So do pick it up. So I really hope you like this video, and it has inspired you to pick up at least one of these books, and you will find details of all the books in the description below. And I really hope you think about reading a children's book again. This is Arundhati signing off.